Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and today I am testing a bunch of new and hyped up makeup products. Some of these have gone like pretty viral and I put them to the test today to see which ones are worth the hype, and let me tell you, some of them are totally worth the hype, but some of them not so much. If you want to know which products are worth your money and which products you can honestly skip on, keep on watching. But before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss out whenever I post. But yeah, you guys, let's get right into it. Okay, let's get into skin, shall we? We need to do something about this situation. Ugh, I've been so stressed and busy lately, and my skin has been really suffering because of it. So as you can see, I've got some little spots here and there, but we do have a new complexion product that I think is actually really promising, so we're going to put it to the test today. This is the Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. And if you guys are familiar with my videos, you know I'm not a huge foundation girl. I'm typically like a skin tint kind of girl, and I don't think I've ever used any Fenty Beauty foundation, but I've been seeing videos of this and oof, it looks actually really good, so I'm excited to try it. I am using the shade 120. I'm just gonna pump one pump on the back of my hand. That looks like a lot. It's pretty runny. I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass foundation brush and I'm just gonna start pushing that into my skin. I just have a little bit of skincare on. I'm wearing the Rhode Glazing Milk. Okay, so this side of my face has that foundation on, this side does not. The coverage is actually pretty good, but it's not cakey at all, and it's not like mask-like. It looks actually pretty natural for a foundation, but it's giving coverage. Like, I definitely had a ton of discoloration on my face on this side, and it looks pretty good. Let's do the other side. It's like dripping everywhere on my hand. It is very thin in consistency. Okay, so full faced has that foundation on it. First impression of this foundation, it actually sits really nicely on the skin. It feels hydrating, it doesn't feel drying at all, but I'm surprised at how much coverage it gives for how natural it looks. I'm looking at it like super up close to see if I can like clock the foundation-y look, and just looks good. Sorry, I'm kind of in shock right now. I never really like foundations very much, but this looks pretty natural. It covered up most of my discoloration. You can still see this one peeking through a little bit, but honestly, I didn't expect this foundation to fully cover everything. But my skin just looks very even and healthy. It's got luminosity. It feels good on the skin. I like it. So I've actually tested this product really, really briefly. I haven't like give it a full shot. I think I basically just put a little bit on my face before washing my makeup off at the end of the day. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum, and this is new from Makeup by Mario. It definitely caught my eye initially as soon as I saw the kind of marketing videos and pictures they put out. It looks so beautiful, but I used this one and it's so sheer, which I like, but I almost thought this was almost too fair for me, which never happens. Like, the lightest shade in bronzer is almost always the one I go for. This is in the shade Fair. I'm gonna put it on and show you what I mean. Again, it was a very brief first impression, so I don't know if I can really go off of that, but let's try this shade, and then if we need to go into the darker shade, we can do that later. Okay, so that's the shade Fair, and I'm sure you can tell kind of what I mean. It's very sheer, it's not too overpowering. The color is gorgeous. It's very light. This is definitely really good for very fair-skinned girlies out there, but I am gonna go in with the shade Light and just kind of deepen it up a little bit and see kind of what that shade looks like. I don't know, I feel like you could almost get away with going with a slightly darker shade in this formula just because it's so sheer, it blends out so easily, and it's very natural looking. I like how these aren't too warm. It's kind of hard sometimes, especially as someone with fair skin. It's a little bit difficult to find bronzers that don't run more on the orange side for me. Okay, so that's one shade darker mixed in. I think I actually like the lighter shade more. I would actually mix these two together, I think, to create my perfect shade, but again, I'm just being kind of nitpicky. So my first kind of thoughts about this product, I think it's pretty true to what it's claiming to be. It is a bronzing and shaping serum, and it does feel like a serum on the skin. It's very lightweight, very easy to blend, not super high impact coverage, but again, it's perfect for those kind of softer, no makeup days. If you like a bit more of a subtle makeup look, this would be really great for you. And I love that it has a pump as well as a doe foot applicator. This is what that doe foot applicator looks like, and I just think the shades of this product are really pretty, and I think they're probably pretty like versatile. You could use a shade darker if you wanted to. You can use a lighter shade for a little bit less. They're just very easy to work with. Okay, so time for blush. Pat McGrath just released a few new shades of her Divine Cream Blush Legendary Glow Sticks. This one is in the shade Alluring Nude. I think this is a really pretty color. It's a very just like soft rosy beige shade. It looks really good on my fair skin. I've tried this a couple times already. I think this formula is really beautiful. It melts into the skin. One thing I will say is that these are very, very dewy, and so I find they can almost enhance texture a little bit if you have super textured skin. This might not be the best for you, but I really love the way it looks on my skin. It gives my cheeks a glow. I love the colors. Again, I just think they melt right into the skin, easy to use. I'm a big fan, obviously. This is quite a natural cream blush. I actually like to wear these on more no makeup days. I think it looks so beautiful just on its own on bare skin. I feel like I should have put some concealer on this little guy before putting on blush, but we'll make it work. I'm gonna go in with some concealer now. This is kind of new, I guess. I don't know, you guys. What makes a new makeup product? Like, how long can it be on the market before it's not new anymore? I feel like products just come and go so quickly and it happens so fast. Like every single week there's all these new launches. It's hard to keep up with, and then products that have been out for a couple weeks, it's like, oh, are they old now? I don't know. What's new? How long can a product be on the market before it's not new anymore? Let me know. But anyways, I'm going in with the Saie Slip Tint Concealer, which I've been loving this concealer lately. I'm just applying it in the centers of my face. If you want to know my full thoughts on this concealer, I just made a video on my top 5 concealers that are pretty much crease proof, and this made it on that list. So if you want to hear my thoughts, go watch that video. I'll link it in the description and I'll put it on the screen here as well. All right, so I actually want to apply some powder, and I'm really excited to try this new powder. This is from One Size. This is in the shade Ultra Peach. And I tried the Huda Beauty Peach powder and it was okay. I'm just not a huge fan of the Huda Beauty powders. I like them. I just think I prefer my Laura Mercier Secret Under Eye Brightening Powder. So yeah, I'm excited to test this one out because I haven't tried this peach shade yet, and it actually looks really pretty. Like, it actually looks like it might work on my fair skin. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so I'm picking that up on a puff and then just kind of dabbing off the excess and just evenly dispersing it on the puff. And then just make sure there's no excess concealer. I always like to just pat out my under eyes before I powder. And then I go in with that puff and I just press that right under the eye. What do I think, you guys? I don't feel like it's very brightening on me. I do feel like it kind of corrected my under eye circles a little bit. Like, this under eye definitely looks smoother. I think to get the brightening effect that I typically like to go for, I would have to mix it with like a lighter shade. But I mean, it looks nice. It's maybe a touch too dark for me, just ever so slightly. Ugh, I just want like an ultra light brightening peach powder shade. I will say the One Size powders, if you can find a shade that works nicely for you, they do look really nice under the eyes. They give a very flawless finish. They definitely give a little bit of like coverage almost too. But unfortunately, it just doesn't brighten my under eyes. In fact, it kind of makes them a little bit darker. I think this might be good to use on the rest of my face, just where I want regular matte setting powder. Yeah, I honestly think it looks better as a setting powder on the rest of my face besides my under eyes, because It looks really actually flawless and like complementary to my skin tone because I'm kind of more neutral, leaning a little bit warmer. So the peachy shades just bring some vibrance back to my skin. I just want to layer a little bit more powders on the face. I'm going in with the RMS Beauty Redimension Hydra Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. And this is like a cream to powder kind of vibe, or powder to cream. I'm not actually entirely sure, but it's a very creamy powder. I'm going to pick this up on my Tennille Dry Sculpt Cheeks and Nose brush, and I'm just going to start patting that on the perimeters of my face. That added some nice warmth to the skin. I honestly find that RMS bronzer really easy to use, and I think it's going to be so staple for the summer. Now this next product I am very excited about. This is new from Kosas. This is their Blush is Life. Love that name. This is in the shade Blist, and this is like a marbled baked blush. How pretty is this color? I cannot wait to put this on my cheeks. This is my first time trying this blush, so you are getting my honest first reaction. Ooh, ooh, pigment. Oh my gosh, did I pick up too much? Okay. That blush is definitely pigmented, but ooh, did it ever apply just smoothly and like blurring almost on the skin? I think that color is really pretty. I'm gonna do the other cheek and then I'm gonna kind of pat everything out to make sure it's not too crazy. Okay, so first impressions, very airbrushed effect. I just feel like it smoothed my skin really nicely. Unfortunately, this little guy keeps poking through my makeup. It's so annoying. But other than that, my cheeks look so good. They look very flushed. I love this color. I can't wait to try the rest of the colors. It blended really easily, but it's pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Next time I'm not going to use quite as much. For the eyes, I just want to do something kind of simple, and this is still considered new, right? This is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette, and I've just been loving this palette so much. This has my name written all over it. I love all of these shades. I love the other Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, the warm version as well, but this one just has a very special place in my heart. For me, I find that these two shades make the perfect crease shade, so I'm going to mix those two together. And I'm just going to run that through my crease using windshield wiper sweeping motions until I get a really nice diffused, natural looking crease. I'm going to drag those same two shades on my lower lash line as well. I'm going to go in with this light shade here. This is the perfect lid shade for me. And I'm just going to pack that all over my lid. And I'm just going to do a quick little eyeshadow liner as well. I think I want to use this dark brown shade for liner. This is a really pretty eyeliner shade. All right, so now I'm going to add a little bit of mascara. This is the L'Oreal Panorama Lash. And I got this in PR a while ago, but I haven't gotten around to trying it. My lash drawer has been a little bit crazy, but this has been getting some pretty good reviews, so I'm excited to test it out. The formula looks a little thicker. It's got a silicone brush, so let's apply a first coat. All right, so that's one coat. It looks pretty good. I feel like I immediately am taking a liking to this mascara. I don't really feel like I need another coat, but let's do one just for fun. All right, so that's the second coat. I don't really notice a ton of difference. I don't really think the second coat was necessary, but it looks good. I think I'm gonna be picking up this mascara more regularly. It didn't clump on the second coat. It's just kind of up my alley. The only thing that I think could make this better was if this was more curved. It kind of has a little bit of a curve because it's more thicker on the base and then it gets thinner. So it's got that curve going on, but yeah, I like it so far. All right, now for lip liner, I'm going to go in with this newer lip liner from Kosas. This is their hot liner in the shade Beyond. And this is actually kind of similar, I think, to MAC Whirl, which I love so much. I'm partial to a wooden sharpenable liner. These little twist up liners, I see why people like them. I just prefer a wooden one personally, but I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips. All right, so personally, I think that looks so nice. I like this color and I think it applied really nicely. The reason I like a sharpenable lip liner is so I can get a really sharp line. This one, it comes with a sharpener, but I find them a little inconvenient to use if I'm just being completely honest. But yeah, I like these lip liners. I think the formula is really great, and I'll definitely still use them even though my preference is wooden liners. For lip gloss, I'm honestly torn. So this one is by Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Pillow Talk Plumping Gloss. And this gloss is so nice. I can't remember if I've used it on YouTube or not yet, but I've been loving this gloss. I think it's so good. But I have not tried this Huda Beauty Faux Filler Lip Gloss, and I just got this in PR, so I kind of want to try it. I've heard that this lip gloss is like uber shiny, and I'll be the judge of that. Let's see. Look at this nice brand new doe foot applicator, and I'm about to ruin it. That's one thing. Ugh. Let me know if you guys relate. These doe foot fuzzy applicators, it just drives me crazy. Whenever I touch it to my lips, it gets all stained with my lipstick and my lip liner, and then it just gets all gross looking. I don't know. Drives me nuts personally. Okay, so first impression, it smells pleasant. It just smells kind of like a basic vanilla or something like that. This formula is very thick. Like it's thick, kind of gloppy, but not super sticky. A little sticky, just a little bit. But high shine. It does look really nice on the lips, and it feels kind of like cooling, almost like it's just kind of going to smooth out those lines in my lips. I would wear this again. It's a little bit thicker and a little bit stickier than I would typically go for. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like when I touch my lips together and those little lines form. But it is pretty. It looks good. All right, you guys, I feel like that little testing session went pretty good. There were a lot of wins, a couple misses. My favorite standout products of the day would definitely be the Fenty Beauty foundation. I think it just looks really beautiful. It's so comfortable on the skin, and especially as someone who's hypercritical of foundations and doesn't really wear them, this one was such a pleasant surprise. I also really like the Kosas blushes. I'm excited to try the rest of the shades. Some things that I didn't love as much, the lip gloss by Huda Beauty, it's just a little sticky for me, and unfortunately the one size powder didn't work so great under my eyes like I was hoping, but it worked good on the rest of the face, so it wasn't a complete loss. But yeah, let me know if you like videos like this where I just sit down, it's kind of more casual, and I just test new products that have been coming in. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you'd like to see more. If you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the bell notification. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.